hamburger. Thought you guys might enjoy hearing that. Ladies and gents, there are times in life where a little bit of a solemn mood falls upon a happy occasion. And this, my brethren, is the last Leaguie live stream in some time. Maybe on the day Rugby League 26 comes out, I'll do some gaming stuff. If I can, if the time zones work out, we still don't know yet. But in terms of watch-alongs, this is it for a couple of weeks, a few weeks even, if you will, if you're feeling that way. So savor every moment. I know I will. The pearls of wisdom, each and every one that emanates from today's chat, I will savor it as if it were my last dying breath, as if it were the words of the Rugby League gods themselves, straight from Rugby League heaven. That's not even pre-written, by the way. I'm just like naturally Shakespearean. So fun facts with Leaguie. Anyway, hello, welcome to the Friday stream of Bulldogs versus Broncos. Now, this is a very Origin affected game, but equally so on either side. So it actually works out to be really even. There have been quite some changes on the two sides of this coin. So I'm going to make sure I get into them straight away because there is a lot to go through. Let's have a look. So, a couple of debuts, one a club debut, one an NRL debut overall. The backs, the fullbacks stayed the same. Connor Tracy, after his performance last week defensively, holy, he was good. The try-saving tackles on Blaze Talangi were outstanding. And Ari Tuala, club debut for the Bulldogs, I believe, moves out onto the wing because Matt Burton is playing centre. Now, I remember a game up against the Roosters at Central Coast last year. They shifted Matt Burton out to centre. Didn't work out that night. Maybe it'll work out tonight for them. The reason why they do that, as well as, sorry, I mentioned Deloise Hoyter coming into centre on the other side, is a veteran, but he's very reliable. The reason why Burton's able to move, Lachlan Galvin comes in at 5'8". The man himself, the teenage prodigy. Probably, it does work out to be the best 17 that the Dogs could field with that combination. I do feel Galvin's a little wasted off the bench, but they're arguably moving their number one player that they have out there today into a position that's not his best. So, interesting one there. Broncos halves stay the same. Tyson Smoothie comes in to start at prop for the Broncos. I know him to be more of a utility. I'm not sure he's played there before, at least not to my knowledge. Maybe some Broncos fans will be able to correct me there. But anyway, he starts at prop. Up against Harry Hayes and Sam Hughes. Those are two pretty hard-hitting dudes. So, we'll see how he holds up. Jake Turpin, the GOAT, former Bronco himself, starts at lock in place of Bailey Hayward, who shifts to the bench to be the 14 that Lachlan Galvin was going to be. It is going to be a commentator's nightmare with the numbers on the backs of jerseys in this game. Crazy. Jack Todd comes onto the bench for the Dogs, but Ben Talty, I believe they were saying he's 26 years old for the Broncos, makes his NRL debut. The man I am watching today, Selwyn Cobbo. He's been out of first grade. He's recalled into this side because Reece Walsh is 18th man for Queensland. How does he go in a game like this where the opposition isn't necessarily full strength? This, in years gone by, is the kind of fixture he would really excel in, so we'll see how he goes today. Especially, given that we know he's signing with the Dolphins for next year, they're going to want him to show something, basically. They're going to want him to show something here. Actually, I need to move my microphone slightly so I can read the chat. Lucas says this match feels like a very depleted match. No doubt about it. It is. But, as I say, it's sort of works out to be about even in how depleted it is, so it's still going to be entertaining. Narol Pite, so thank you for the follow on Twitch, as well as Big Unicorn earlier. I'll stick that one up there. as well, who I missed. There we go. I do want to give a shout out as well to the NRLW Bulldogs winning their inaugural game against the Newcastle Knights, who were heavily favoured. So we've now had 2 upsets out of 2 in the NRLW, which is very good for the competition. I said this yesterday, like you never really know in round 1 of any competition how it's going to go. And certainly, so far in the NRLW, that's the way it's been. I hope that ends before Sunday when my Sydney Roosters play the Warriors. Hello, Tiger Walker. Jeebus, is that the name? Jeebus says, did you know Bulldogs halfback Sexton has agreed to join French Super League club Catalan Dragons on a 2-year deal starting in 2026? I do. I'm maybe not as surprised as a lot of other people are, just because I looked at the options that would be on the table, and I thought the Super League's kind of, like, everyone has a halfback. The Super League's probably going to end up being his only option. It makes sense for them. They have had a poor season. They're looking to rebuild. They've agreed to part ways with Luke Keary 1 year into the 2-year deal. I don't know if Keary's retiring. But anyway, that hasn't worked out. So it's nice to bring in some fresh blood. And Sexton is, the halfback of the team sitting first in the premiership. Canberra currently first? I mean, Bulldogs will be sitting first for the vast majority of this season. You could do a lot worse than that signing, that is for sure. Thoughts on the Telstra situation? What is the Telstra situation? Harry says, Warriors aren't really new to NRLW because Warriors used to play NRLW. It's true. They're returning. They do look, I mean, it's a club that's gone through a lot of change since then. So, yeah, it is quite a fresh start, I would say. Have you seen the F1 movie? I have. I spoiled all of Squid Game yesterday, so I'm not going to go into the F1 movie for spoilers. Being very, very vague, as a rusted-on Formula One fan, there were things that I think it did really, really well. There were other things where I was like, well, that's not how it works at all. It was fine, I guess. It wouldn't be one that I'd necessarily watch again in a hurry, but anyway. C-Fander says, I'm surprised the Cowboys didn't consider Sexton since we're reportedly losing Clifford from next year. But by that same token, the one club that I thought made a lot of sense was the Canberra Raiders. I don't know why they weren't interested at all in Sexton. He seemed to fit the bill perfectly for them. I know they've got Sanders, but they, by their own admission, have said that Sanders is still a couple of years away. From a Cowboys perspective, I think it's just because they want to invest in Purdue and Dearden in the halves. So, yes. Solzalo says, what is your top 8? I think it will, in terms of the teams that are in there, let me just check the ladder again to confirm that this is still true. Yeah, I think the teams that are currently in the top 8 will make the top 8. The order could change around a bit. I think the Warriors are a little vulnerable there in 4th place. Sharks absolutely capable of making the 8 and should, but I'm less than convinced by them. Less than convinced. Up the Milk says, hey Leaguie, in the Discord I've written a 2,500 word fanfic about us having romantic undertones. That's concerning. That I hope to hell that's either untrue or AI generated, because that's a lot. That's a lot. Cowboys making the 8, I doubt it, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. They certainly should. Like, they've got the squad to do it. I believe anyway, but they've really had some troubles, for sure. Now I need to move the microphone again because the chat's moved. The chat has moved. Danny says, how could you, Leaguie? How could you disrespect Benji like that? Honestly, I don't know if I can say stuff to Leaguie Gaming. Honestly, you don't disrespect the man that made me love the game like that. Don't misunderstand me here. Benji not being in the video doesn't mean I don't think Benji should be a legend. I just put in the 10 guys I'd be most excited to use, and Benji's not one of them. He might be 11th or 12th, I don't know, I haven't really thought about it, but Benji wasn't one of them. Stacey Jones, again, exact same story. Jones deserves it more than Benji does, in my opinion. I think Stacey Jones was a better player. He's a proper legend, and I would expect that Stacey Jones will be there. They should be looking to include Kiwi and English legends. By the way, I mean, I snubbed the entire Super League. There's going to be Super League legends. Absolutely. Get ready for Kevin Sinfield. Get ready for James Roby. They'll be there. They should be there. Sporty Guy says, do you remember me from last night talking about you and Winston against each other in Hour 26? I do, Sporty Guy. It's quite a distinct name you've got. The dogs have stopped here at the tunnel. Is this a normal dogs thing that I just haven't really caught on to? By the way, decaf, as always. Is expat Ollie here, by the way? If he is, pop up, say hello. I've got a little story to tell, but I'm going to wait till expat Ollie arrives. Here come the dogs. Oh, no, I haven't set up the clock. I completely forgot. Okay, no, there's time. There's time. I was like, there's something more I need to do here. Surely there is. Surely. In future, I could just do this before the stream. But I just... I forgot this time around. That's okay. That's okay. I've got a second. Okay. Let me see if I remember the steps here. That's the important thing. Excited for Inari Tuala today. Is a guy who has faded a little bit into obscurity recently after being a Newcastle Knights first choice player for quite a long time. So I'm glad that he gets a chance to come back here, make his debut for the Doggies. Okay. They haven't kicked off yet for me. Not quite yet. I've still got time. Oh no, now I've heard the whistle. There's the kickoff. If you want to sync up with me, I'll be with yous all in just a moment. Just got to get the timer up. See, the funny thing about this is because this is the last stream I'm doing for ages, I'm going to just completely forget all the steps to get the timer running anyway. By the time I'm next doing this. So that is sort of funny. Anyway. Marnie and a dummy half gives it out to Sab Hughes. That's the forward battle I'm looking for. Hughes and Hayes up against Smoothie, particularly. But I think Willison's the other starting front rower. The two of them, just because I think that's a real area in which the Dogs have an advantage right now. And the Dogs aren't necessarily used to having an advantage in the forwards, so... Hell yeah, there's the timer. Dean's donated $8 straight off the bat. Straight off the bat. Saying, who needs to clock when you have a dog? Can we see Coco tonight, please? For me. Well, you've just donated money. I think that means I'm legally bound to do it. I think that's how that works. Annabella Simon, thank you for the follow. If she doesn't come in before halftime, Dean, I promise I will get her at halftime to repay you for those $8. To repay you. Lorenzo says, why are you stopping streaming for a while? I'm going on holiday. And it's like to Europe, so like the time zones just no. Also, the other thing is I'll be able to watch games on the Watch NRL app, but it is like very behind, like very, very, very behind. So there's like almost no point me doing it. So yes. Oh, ball bounces high there. Tap backwards there by the Broncos. Tackled on the last. Ball cuts free. Marnie's got it. Just give me a sec here. I need to pick something up. Okay, we're good. We are good. So 2 minutes gone so far in this game. The crowd wasn't huge, but it makes sense. It's a Friday. It's cold as hell in Sydney. So makes a bit of sense. Pia Kura is upset with something here. I'm not sure. Was it a head thing? Yeah, he fell to the ground. That'll be a HIA, you would think. It's funny, Mam as well as Deloise Hoyter had a head collision. Who cut your hair? Try to. It's a barber in Engadine, in the Sutherland Shire of Sydney. I don't know its name, actually, exactly. Are you going to the Netherlands? I am going to the Netherlands. Smart guy, yeah, a VPN's the other option that I have, but that'll be likely an even less stable connection. So, yes. Is Coates playing? He's not been a Bronco for some years. Do a chair stream from when you leave to when you get back. Yeah, that's a way for me to get banned from Twitch. 100%. I have become XQC. I've become Hassan. Who's fullback in these games? Well, I don't know. Sorry, in this game, I don't know which team you're talking about, but it's either Tracy or Cobbo, depending on which one you mean. Someone asked earlier something that I wanted to get to. Oh, yeah, who are you tipping for this game? It's a tough one. I'd be leaning slightly towards Bulldogs. But this one genuinely could go either way. And I don't tend to fence it, but this one's properly even, I think. George says, Leaguie, can you explain why is the commentator catchphrase? You mean the goodbye thing? I think that's what you mean. It just happens to be something that Dane Ganane has made part of his branding. I mean, it's like, why does the League wear a green suit? You'd have to ask him, but it's just a thing he does. C-Fat just says, Leaguie, how much Bitcoin to get a green mohawk? Isn't there a darts player with a green mohawk? Is he Dutch? He might be Dutch. No, is he? Maybe he's English. I can't remember his name. Anyway. Yes, Dean, I did watch yesterday. I asked you. I'm still not completely sure I've grasped the concept. But I like the idea. I do like the idea. I will certainly be watching more of them for content inspiration. Tiger says, why does Suit wear a green Leaguie? I'm not green. I'm not green. I'm blue. Dabba-dee dabba-dee. Smart Guy says, damn it, I didn't take the Leaguie Games username on Discord. Someone has. Might have been me. So Burton will be a watch in this game for sure, but not as much as Lachlan Galvin will be. I mean, he's now played several games for the Bulldogs, but certainly there comes a lot of pressure when you're moving your best half, your former club captain, out into the centres. I agree, Danny. Goodbye's a great line. It's a great line. Hayden says, I know the fella you're talking about. The name David Chiselton is in my mind. Could be completely wrong. Entirely wrong. That does sound like David Middleton, who is the NRL historian. So probably getting it from there. But anyway, that does come into my mind. Lorenzo says, you look like a girl after a shower and a nighttime routine. Well, I'm not a girl. I haven't recently showered and have not had a nighttime routine. Oh, damn. Broncos were away and it was the back rower, I believe, had no one around. Yeah, Jordan Ricky. No one around him. It's ruled a penalty Broncos for offside here. So I'm not sure what the ruling is. Is it because it was a forward pass here? Yeah, okay. So it was ruled a forward pass. Broncos get advantage though. I think there'll be a lot of Broncos fans who are really upset at first there. Really upset. Oh yeah, penalty. I should do the... Here we go. You ready, guys? Oh, hell yes. I'm not going to get to do that for so long now. Someone said, I think good boy is better than goodbye.
Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
The thing is, my my sound bites are ordered in alphabetical order, so good boy is right next to goodbye. I very often I'm worried that I'm gonna misclick. Anyway, that's not a huge deal. Mr. T says, Dylan, bring him in surely. Bring who in? Oh, Leaguie. I've told you guys before. I've raised your case. I've told him, like, they want to see you. The people want to see you. He just doesn't want to do it. He's not keen. He's not into you. His name is Peter Waite. He dyed his beard green as well. Wow, okay, I don't know where I got David Chiselton from then. Anyway. Lendog says, no, Brian. Who's Brian? Lendog has entered the chat. I thought about saying that for so long. Hi, everyone. Leaguey looking devious as usual. Let's go, Bronx. Get the W. Keep Raiders first. What up, chat? Why am I looking devious? I'm looking sinister? Jeez. Okay, Bulldogs have a bit of space here. Preston. Sherry couldn't quite draw and pass there. So it was a good 2-on-1 situation and over the sideline. That works out to be a really, really good play there from, I think it was Deloise Hoyter. Had to deal with Sherry and Preston on his own. We've had 2 back rowers down the sideline in as many minutes. It's Josiah Karapani. Oh, I'm not sure that did touch the sideline. This angle will show it. It didn't. Oh no. It's a hard one to judge in fairness, but they could have challenged it. They could have challenged. Yeah. Anyway, we do like. Okay, it's easy for us to say when we've got the slow motion angle replay from the ultimate location. So George says, why does the Bulldog player step into the touchline? He was tackled into touch, although we didn't actually go into touch. That was just the ruling. C Phantom, yeah, good point. I am very excited for Try July. I spoke about it yesterday with the NRLW. They always do a great job. The men do it a little bit less so. I think they kind of take footy I don't want to say they take it more seriously because that implies the girls don't, but they're more head down, get through your work kind of thing. So I don't know if they'll do it so much. I hope they do though. So they run it on the last there. I think that's the second time in this game so far that the Broncos have died with the ball in their hands. Hayden says, do you think Gold Coast will get the spoon? That has to be the prediction at this point. Maybe Newcastle with Ponga still out. Because I think Gold Coast have a couple wins in them, have a run of form in them. A little bit more so than the Knights, but geez, they have been poor. They have been very, very poor. Lorenzo says, can I go get water? I'm really thirsty, please. No, unfortunately, I need you here. Marnie from dummy half, inside the 40. It's bouncing towards the sideline. Cobbo's kept it in. Jeez, he was looking pretty relaxed about that one, someone Cobbo. I wasn't sure he knew that it was from inside the 40. Karapani, jeez, that works out to be a really great result. Reed Marnie, the man who kicked the ball, made the tackle there as well. Then, dog, yeah, try July. Every try celebration, 500. Sorry, well, not 500k, 5k. Now it seems like less cool than it is. 5k goes to charity. I'm not sure what the charity is this year. Tiger says Shane Metcalf got injured before try July. He always has a great celebration. Did he do the No, it was like that. That's like Rashford. I'm trying to remember what it was exactly. But yeah, no, he does for sure. Looking forward to seeing Hamiso potentially in Origin. That's out on the fall. That's out on the fall there from Adam Reynolds. You don't see him do that too much. The veteran halfback. So Bulldogs will get the first proper attacking opportunity of this game. Cat says, my Ethernet cable broke. I'm cooked. Streaming is clapped. My TV is useless. Can't connect wirelessly. I have a really old TV back down in Canberra, like 2008. Still does the job, though. It's going strong. It's going very, very strong. Yeah, Marcus Rashford. I thought it was the Rashford celebration. Dominic Young did it as well back when he was at the Roosters. So Sexton finds Matt Burton. I'm curious to see how Burton plays his hand tonight. I am. So now in the hands of the back row Preston. Tracy gets it. Gets an offload away, though. Bronson Sherry back inside. So they're asking the question here, Bulldogs, certainly. Now out to Galvin. Just funnels it out wide to Burton. There's a space out there. He goes himself. They're still dragging it. They're dragging closer to the try line. Tuala out now to Galvin. Says to, but they're just going across the other way. Jeez, the offload though, that's going to create numbers. Marnie did well not to pass there. I think the ball would have definitely be turned over. Short side play. Galvin short ball. I don't mind that to Preston. One more to go. This is good defense from the Broncos. The Bulldogs are really, really having a go here. Sexton puts a kick in behind. There's no fullback home. Reynolds has to put it dead. He has to put it dead. Tiger says, Leaguie, can I have a 2-day late birthday celebration? Do I have a birth? I mean, I don't have a birthday soundbite. This one works.
Well, I shall not weary them.
That's actually really appropriate. I don't get to use that much. Tiger says, what color is your floor? You can see it. It's there. There you go. It's floor colored. Finley says, are you excited for Rugby League 26? Boy, yeah. Boy, yeah. I made a whole last gaming channel for it. Yeah, very, very excited. Just the fact that we're getting a game. I don't even really care how good it is. I'm going to play it so much. So much. I'm curious. Exposing Leaguie Games on Twitch said I was clipped. What was I clipped for doing? I haven't done anything all that controversial just yet. Right, so it's on 212 subs then, Exposing Leaguie Games. That's incredible that Leaguie Games is already doing that well. That's like half of what Leaguie Cast had in its whole lifetime. So the Bulldogs knock on there in attack. Very, very good defense, as I said, from Brisbane. Maine says, I have a game recommendation for you. Okay, hit me with it. Hit me with it. I sort of got this tendency to... Oh, that was touched. I think that was touched by Reynolds. Anyway, I've got this urge today for this trip that I'm doing. I'm going to do a FIFA player career mode on my laptop. Not one that I'm going to make content on necessarily. I'll do something similar though with Rugby League 26. Okay, so it is Dog's ball. I thought it was Dog's ball because Reynolds touched it. Montoya for the corner. He's got it. That one.
He's the greatest. He's the best.
Gotta love a try off a scrum. You've got to love a try off a scrum. And yeah, it was the right call. The commentators were saying that the attack had come to an end. I mean, I looked at the replay. I saw Reynolds touch it. The right call came through eventually, and it was a beautiful little assist from Connor Tracy to just hold up the ball, hold it up, pump, and then release. Watch this. Holds it, bang. Montoya actually jogged it a little bit there, but he's a big, strong winger. There we go. Is that a try celebration? Where do you draw the line with try celebration? That's like, you know, he does the salute and goes, wow. Is that a try celebration? Is that worth 5K? Is it? Mate says, REPO, funniest game ever. REPO. It's online and it has proximity chat. Oh no. What are you guys gonna like walk up to me and just say the most vile of racial slurs and get me banned from Twitch? I'm confident that that's what's gonna happen. Should I have to do a celebration after every try? If I well, that's not going to charity though. It's not going to charity. So no, I don't get out of bed if it's not for money. I was thinking of just complete 24-hour live streams of Farming Simulator 2017 for the Twitch channel. I think that'd go hard. Queenslander Best says, bro, that was a knock-on from Dogs. I can't imagine that you'd be biased in any way here on that call. If you mean in the grounding, I didn't see it, to be honest. But from what led to the error, it was touched by Reynolds first. No, I'm joking about Farming Simulator. I bought that game, did the tutorial, couldn't make sense of it. Burton from the sideline, hits it, he's bending it back beautifully. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
The Iceman cometh.
Love that. That's what I want to see in a few days' time at this stadium for the New South Wales Blues. Taylor says, not gonna lie, farming sim for 24 hours is actually not a bad shout. I would want to just... I can't say what I was going to say without violating YouTube terms of service. Which is probably gives you an indication of what I was going to say there. I would not particularly enjoy that activity. And would I want to experience more of what life has to give after that? Doubtful. I do have a loose plan though for something, some stream that will go for a similar quantity of time, which maybe we'll get around to this year. Maybe we'll see. Hayden says, are you going to Origin 3? Normally I would go to every Origin game that's in Sydney, but I'll be overseas for this one. So no, I'm not. Danny says, Leaguie, thoughts on Inglis in a Tigers jersey? It is really weird to see, but I certainly enjoy seeing it more than Inglis in a Souths jersey. That used to scare me very, very much. The kick was a bit shallow, but good take there from Deloise Hoyter. It sounds like a Dutch name. Every single time I see it, I'm like, is that a Dutch name? I'm genuinely not sure. Pierre Cora's past the HIA. Okay. Dally M says, Leaguie, who's winning the spoon? But we did discuss that just then. You got to pick the Titans at this point. Titans or Knights, I think. Teo says, no way. Bus simulator for 24 hours straight confirmed. You think you know a guy, and then you suggest something like this, Teo. I swear, that's a violation of my rights. I'm going to seek legal counsel. I'm going to seek legal counsel. I know law professors, okay? Violation. Sporting Guy says, Winston would be so happy. With this scoreline, he would be so far, I'm sure. He's probably out there, knowing him. By the way, for those of you who don't know, reason why I'm not streaming tomorrow, I'm appearing on Speak Free with Natty G, the podcast. Really, really looking forward to that. Very excited. it's a very free-flowing podcast. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to talk about, but there's a couple of things that I expect may come up. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure when he tends to release that, but that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Goat Simulator for 48 hours, but I can literally just do an Alex 12 career mode anytime I want. You see, that's a joke about Alex 12 being the greatest player of all time. For those of you who missed it, for those of you who didn't understand that one, just a bit of clarification for you. The wind must be pressing hard against the Dogs here. They've got a little bit of space here. Sherry's got some room. Puts a kick in. It's well weighted. It's well weighted. Oh, penalty Broncos. What on earth could this ruling be? Oh, offside. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see here. But it's the wind. Yeah, very good call. Very good call. Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, I'll check it out. Dean says, Little Leaguie Wolf, when will you talk about me? On the podcast tomorrow. We'll see. I guess we'll see. Lendog, I don't know what that's in reference to. I am actually... You might be able to see here. Up there. You see that? The crucifix? That means I'm a good Christian boy. A very, very good Christian boy. I have no idea what you're referencing. Okay, no, there we go. So there's a lamp right there. You see that? So I have to angle the camera like that. NRL Head says, can you say NRL Head in it once? So I'm just gonna... How many people are here? There's 21 on YouTube. There's 41 on Twitch. I'll just try to get through all 62 of your names. If I can. I'll try. You Leaguey POV. Yes. Lorenzo says, I'm making my own RL and it has 58 teams in it. What? How? Where have you found 58 teams? Where have you found it? Yeah, of course, Brisbane Broncos, I remember you. Of course I do. So Dogs get the ball there off the 20-meter restart. They have not struggled to make ground downfield, even though this wind... Is it wind, actually? Well, it's Olympic Stadium. Yeah, the wind can swirl around there. No, the wind swirls. It swirls. It's a bit of a swirler. It can be a swirling one. And a penalty off the back of it. Penalty animation. Whew. You know what we haven't had in a really long time, it feels like? A yellow line. Where did it go? Surely, Rugby League gods, in the last Leaguie stream for a few weeks, we've got to have a yellow line. I could put it up there, like, you know, just sort of to reminisce. But it does feel like a very, very long time since we've had one. So Dogs, 20 out here. Marty, now in the hands of Sexton, finds Burton underneath him. Halfway through this set here. Marty gives it out to Sexton. Oh, steps back inside. I don't mind him having a run at the line. Lane Dog, the yellow line, the yellow line. Marnie goes himself as well. Doesn't quite get there. They have one more to go in this set here. They've certainly had the better of the attacking opportunity. And kick out, world's biggest dummy half. Now in the hands of Lachlan Galvin. At the back to Tracy. It finds the ground. This is an awkward one here for Marcelo Montoya. Get away from Mam. Not quite. Oh, wild offload. That's worked though to his Fijian counterpart. Now Matt Bird puts a kick in. This could be an absolute perler. It's knocked on. I think Bird's got it. No way has he got it. No way has he got it. Selma Combo just had to catch the ball. Have we got a ruling? I think we have. We got... You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Nah, okay, straight up.
That's not a try, that's a miracle.
That is a miracle. Off the back of, like, Marcelo Montoya had it here. Going nowhere. Look at that over the top. Over the top. You know what? I'll use this one.
He's Houdini! He's Houdini! Put him in the circus! Put him somewhere! He's too good for this game!
Put him in the circus. Damn. And then Matt Burton with the grounding chasing his own kick. Selwyn Cobbo, man, I would like to defend you, bro, but at moments like that is exactly why people are critical. That's exactly why. That's amazing. Ball finds the ground, and Matt Burton is staying alive on the play. And he's kept his feet in the air as well. I think his feet were over the sideline, but still in the air. Brizzy Broncos, I'm sorry. It's not a pleasant story for you. No, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful grounding. Landog says that's not a miracle, that is speechlessness. It's something. It's something pretty incredible. Burton from the sideline.
Shoelace, run out. A clutch.
That one's going to become an Instagram reel. Oh, no doubt about it. Thank you, Penguins, for the haircut compliment. I've received few compliments. Many people saying, what on earth is that? Just got to get my money's worth when I get it cut. Burton from the sideline. Doesn't bend it back. He didn't compensate. It's unfortunate when you see it happen. It really is, but you know, every now and then it will happen. Try of the year? Well, it's certainly in contention. That going on all the socials. Boy, oh boy, it is. That's Marcelo Montoya's career highlights. Kick out as well. Did very well to be there to catch it and then immediately get the ball away to Burton. Poor for Selwyn Cobbo, though, man. That's pretty rough. Dean says, Leaguie, I hate the hair, but looks good on you. Should have got a mullet. No way, Broncos have kicked it dead. On the full. Bonkers. Imagine kicking the ball out on the foot and then hearing this song. Like, it's like the Telstra ad, but for the players. Good point, actually, Dalian. Mark Nwanganito Arce. That was probably a better try. He scores just the most amazing of tries. Mark, I love him. Hopefully he gets a hat-trick on the weekend. Yeah, not sure what is happening with the Broncos so far. Not very Chelsea dagger of them. Lorenzo, oh, these are the teams. Oh my god. Are these real teams or have you made them up? So 6 more for the Dogs here. They might get up to 16 here. This is, of course, the return match of the slaughter at Suncorp, as I've called it. Galvin shove ball to Preston. Obviously, though, Galvin wasn't there on that day. He wasn't at the club yet. So, literally, I think Lachlan Galvin's the reason why the scoreline's reversed here. In fairness, NRL head, Mark is not bad under the high ball. He had that awful game against the Bulldogs. And that's all anyone remembers now, unfortunately. Sexton does put a kick in. I don't mind kicking on the 4th, but it did come off a Bronco there, but the Broncos have got it back. Hey, Stanley says the slaughter of Allianz. I was there when Broncos played Roosters there. Stags knocks on, and they're going to challenge it. I was there, but then we went and beat Hughes at Suncorp a few weeks later, so I don't mind it. That's all right. Luella, oh, sorry. This is the first one I've seen of yours, is does Leaguie even see my chats? Oh, I saw that one. I didn't see the other ones. Sorry. Let me have a look. Oh, it is also my 3-month modiversary. Well, congratulations. Thank you for your service. I appreciate it. So, is Kickout trying to strip this ball? That's the question. Oh, Main Stallion. Man, I was devastated in round 1. Very happy now, though. I don't think there is intention to strip. Ruled knock on. It is... When it's not United, it's not United. And I know that like it's only 10-0, and that's the saving grace right now for the Broncos. But if this scoreline gets out to 16-0, I think in this set, it's hard to see the Broncos regrouping. Well, to be fair, it's not completely. It's just that they haven't shown signs of that yet. Roaming to Rome says Cronk thought. Like, you want my thoughts on Cronk? Galvin nearly got through there. Cooper Crock's my favorite player of all time. Which is bizarre because until the last 2 years of his career, I actively disliked him. Because he was just successful for Queensland and the Storm. But utterly fell in love with him in his 2 years with the Roosters. Thoughts on Tony Stagg's hair? It's a bit longer than usual, isn't it? Not sure about it, but I can't exactly, you know, be the judge. Exposing League Game says, what does Lachlan Galvin think of you disrespecting GI? I did not disrespect GI. I'm being clipped 3 times in 25 minutes in-game. I mean, I can't control the clipping. I think the ball's lost there by Galvin. Yeah, it is. No GI disrespect, though. To be clear on my radio, what did I give him? 92? Like, 94 is elite caliber of player. I think Inglis is one rung below that. He was very good, but the other thing is that I think you look at a guy like Slater, went out in a grand final. He went out at his peak. He stayed at that level until the end of his career. Inglis didn't, I feel. I think the last 2, maybe 3-ish years of his career, we didn't see the best output of him that we'd seen, which is completely fair enough. He was well past the age that you'd expect that from him, and he had to medically retire. But I think that the rating kind of reflects that. So anyway. Charge down here. Kickout's got it. He's got it. Couldn't get the offload back to Marnie. It's all coming up Canterbury right now. Spread it. There's got to be space. There's got to be space. There's got to be space. Sexton's... Oh, he's held up. He went himself. The halfback on the crash play. Why the halfback on the crash play? I did see that, Luella. I'm not an Isaac Moses enthusiast myself. Hayden, mod applications are closed, unfortunately. We got enough of them. Montoya read on behalf. So that's a couple of 6 agains now. They won't want to give away more. They're getting into warning territory for sure. C-Factor says, in before Broncos fans start blaming the ref. Yeah, it's true, actually. It was Todd Smith who charged that ball down. Turpin goes and stuff. I've been trying to figure out this whole game who that player is. I keep thinking it's Kurt Mann, and I'm like, wait, he's in Origin. So Hughes, close. I gotta say, still, I would say that the Broncos' defense goal line has held up well. Kick out now, crash play. Even he can't get there. Turn back. Gets an offload away. Oh, was that knocked on Marnie? It wasn't. I agree with that call. Sexton steps back inside. Doesn't get there. Whew. Galvin with it. Now Tracy puts a kick in on the 4th. It's weighted too big. Oh, it's weighted too big. It's weighted too big. Damn. Canterbury should be winning by more than this. They probably know that. Rugby, I've said it before. I've told him that you people want to see him. He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it. He's not keen. Lendog says, Leaguie, it'll be cold tomorrow at Bruce Stadium. ACT, Canberra, Australia, Southeastern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe. Where's the universe, though? No, it will be very, very cold. And I'm glad that I'm going to a 2 p.m. game at Allianz Stadium instead of a 5:30 p.m. game at GIO this week. Israel Wildguard, thank you for the follow on Twitch, as well as JP2024 earlier as well, who I believe I missed. I think I missed a few of them. Yeah, well, that man was my spirit animal. If you want to get that reference, you should join my Discord. Dean says, I'm watching the Fox broadcast on mute because of my devotion to St. Leaguie of the Sutherland Shire. Well, I'm not commentating all that much, but anyway, yeah. Reynolds with a kick up here. I'll commentate this little bit. If Broncos get a try here, it'd be great for them. Ah, good take there. Who's the man that says, no, is that Cherry with it? Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, thank you, Rubio2, for subbing to the new channel. It's doing really, really good numbers. Really good numbers so far. So... Landog says, I wanted to see you at GIO, but you just had to go to Sydney, didn't you? I did. I mean, to be fair, I've been to many games in Canberra. You still could have come and saw me another time. So Bulldogs here on the last. They're still inside their 40-20 potentially. Burton boots it hard. It is angled actually a fair bit, but no. quote there by Deloise Hoyter. Is that Hoyt? I don't think it is, actually. I think I'm getting that one wrong. Number 4. It's not. It's Dean Mariner. I need to be given more credit to Dean Mariner. So run there, Tyson Smoothie. No, it's Ben Tolte. I told you. I did say this will be a commentator's nightmare in terms of getting the numbers right. Ben Tolte, 26 years old. Here we go. He looks like I mean, to be fair, I've only just seen his face for the first time. Looks a bit like a big brother of Matt Ballon. Dean says, can you post a photo of the crucifix after stream in Discord? Also, is it a family or personal thing, or do you not want to comment on that? No, I can comment. It's both. I mean, yeah, I was certainly raised Catholic, but I practice it. Yeah, if I remember to after the stream, there's a lot of things I need to do after the stream, but I'll take a picture of it. What are your thoughts on Jesse Arthurs? I'm really happy with the way his sort of second half of his career has gone. He was just bouncing around clubs, and I thought, this guy's not going to hit his potential, but he very much has. They've got numbers out here, the Dogs. Sherry doesn't quite get the ball away there to Montoya. Not quite. Exposing League games. I've got to pack. I've got to sort out a schedule. I've got to write some content, hopefully. There's a lot of stuff. Tuala with a kick back in field. Curran's there. No, the Broncos have got it. They're just about holding on here. Noella says, I cannot believe Leaguie was not at ANU. I'm amazed. Why did you go to ANU? I was going to say I'm amazed one of my followers was at ANU. Why'd you go? This is a 10 out of 10 now. If there's people here watching who haven't seen the little meme I put on my Instagram and TikTok a couple hours ago, watch it. I was very, very proud of myself. So Ezra Mann with a kick on the 4th from inside his 40. Oh, it's angled well. I don't think it was it from inside the 20? I thought it was just from inside the 40. Anyway. Dean says he got to do also a Ryan Trahan style series one year. I don't watch Ryan Trahan. Is he the guy that did like turning $1 into a lot of money? Is he that dude? I watch like American talk shows and CoffeeZilla and Friendly Geordies and Dark Viper AU and the Sidemen from back in the day. I don't watch them so much anymore. But anyway, that's what I watch. Lando says, confirmed that Leaky is not atheist. Main stallion. Oh, God, no. I'm not getting into this on the stream. I'll get to keep that in the Discord. Burton across here to Anari Tuala. Nice play. Sporty Guy says, who's your favorite Dogs player? That's a good question. Bailey Hayward. Love that kind of archetypal player. Ball bounces. Sexton's there. Couldn't get it. Kickout's got it. Kickout's going to score. And it was probably deserved in the end. I did say Bulldogs should be winning by more than 10. And that one is only 14. It's going to be 16 in a second. A second try that they get off a bouncing ball from a kick that should probably have been cleaned up by the Broncos and wasn't. The one says, I swear to God, if he says Galvin. Nah, Hayward. Again, Broncos probably should have got that. Selwood just watches the ball bounce away from him there. Unlucky. The Dogs are having a party, as they say. Oh, true. Stephen Crichton, actually. Yeah, I do like Stephen Crichton more than Bailey Hayward. I do. He seems like a really, really cool dude. Jeez, Anari Tuala, beard. Holy. All right, Anari. Damn. Didn't know. I wasn't familiar with your game. Holy. Shoelace. Oh, I could do the shoelace one. I'll do the shoelace soundbite. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen him yet, though, on my screen. Let's see. It was a kick from Galvin. What are we seeing here? No, nothing to see there. Did Bronson just die? I'm trying to figure out what's happened. Thank you, 07 Nature and 1143 Junior as well. And Lomi 4017. Lots of followers on Twitch. Lots of them. Up to 652. I didn't freaking have time to play the soundbite. Anyway, it is 16 points, 2-0. The Dogs are having a party. 1 second. Zach says, what do you think about the Dragons saying Carl Flanagan won't be halfback next year? Have they said that? Oh, and DC has announced he's not retiring. Okay, those are two big things. I'll start with the Dragons. That surprises me, if so, just because they've backed him a lot. Are they thinking Dan Atkinson will be halfback next year? Interesting, though, that those two things have coincided. Maybe, do you think the Dragons could be an option for DC? I am very... I had heard that DC to the Roosters was a done deal. I believe it was a done deal if the Roosters had maintained their interest. That's gone very quiet. Very, very quiet. So I hope it doesn't happen personally. But anyway, was that forward? No. Yes, it was ruled forward. I hope it doesn't happen because I think we have good, young, talented halves. And I'm skeptical that Cherry Evans, age 36, has it in him still. Yeah. Anyway. He said it on the news 2 months ago. Right, okay. Yeah, no, actually, I did know that. I thought it was saying, like, you know, a recent thing is announced. So I was like, oh, something changed. But okay. Think DC is going to get a gift from Uncle Nick? I hope not. To be honest, I don't think it was likely anymore. Okay, so inside 5 minutes left to go inside this first half. Brisbane have been nowhere throughout it. They're absolutely going to want to try going into halftime just to have a sniff, just to have a little bit of momentum. 6 again. I remembered to do it this time. They've knocked it on. Broncos. The Bonks. Damn it. React bot, the Broncos are not here.
This chat's moving backwards faster than the Knights rebuild.
Well, you just insulted the chat. So that's for you guys. He's just insulted. It's not me. The Ranger says DC is too old, so no one will take him. He'd get an offer from the Super League. I don't know if he's willing to move all the way out there. If the Dragons were able to free up the money, I think they would go after him. Or Canberra. Again, he fits the bill of what Canberra want. Lorenzo says play the Rooster song at halftime for no reason. I can't do that. There's a sanctity. That'd be very, very bad omenry to play it on a weekend before we've won. Very bad. Zach says you reckon Raiders win the comp? No, I think they're third most likely at the moment. Maybe even fourth. I hope they do though. Oh, Burton's got a bit of space here. Watch the sideline. Nah, straight over. Yeah, that was always going to happen. Yeah, I would say favorites for me right now are Storm, Bulldogs second, Panthers third, Raiders fourth. I don't, unfortunately, think the Warriors can do it with no Barnett, no Lukey Metcalf. I'd say a team like maybe Roosters would be fifth. Yeah, I think I would say Roosters once they get Sam Walker back, especially. If the Roosters are playing the Warriors in a finals game, I think I would expect the Roosters to win. Anyway. Leg Dog, I'm a big fan. I'm not even gonna... I ain't reading all that. I'm a big fan. Warriors will make the 8. I think, yeah, they're too good to not make the 8. But, yeah. I think they're on 24 points, and... So they're 6 points, 3 wins ahead of the teams battling for the 8 now. So they should be able to survive it. Reynolds out to man, puts a kick in on the 4th. Montoya cleans it up. I remember that end of the field very well, as does Ezra Mam for the 2023 Grand Final. That's where he scored 3 of them right in front of me. I thought I was watching a dynasty end. Or dynasty. I haven't decided which one I say. I think I prefer dynasty. CG Man, thank you for the follow. over there on Twitch. I'm curious as to how my my Twitch performances are gonna go when I'm now like also doing gaming stuff. But anyway, yeah, DT, there's depth there. I'm just not confident that it's depth that can lead you to a premiership. That's my concern. Knock on from Bailey Hayward. Is he get a challenge? Nah, I don't think he's saying it's worth it. So, minute 14 left. Yeah, you wouldn't have won that challenge. That's good. Oh, Luella on ANU says, I have a friend who goes there, but I was in Canberra to meet my cousin's baby. How far is the drive? Don't you live... I know you live quite rurally, but I'm picturing like northern New South Wales. So isn't that quite a long way? Lorenzo, absolutely. If you haven't included the Amsterdam Cobras, you need to. You need to. So 1 minute left to go in this first half. Brisbane will be desperate for something. Anything. Peeks it at dummy half. Gives it across to Reynolds. Now Mam. Oh, that one's knocked on by the Broncos. It was poor play there. It wasn't on. That was rushed. Madge will not be happy at halftime here. Not at all. DT says Marata Niukore, just not the best prop. He is a fill-in in that position. Look, it's completely understandable. There's nothing wrong with the Warriors probably no longer being contenders when their most impactful forward and their halfback are both out injured. Especially given all the players that you lost in the offseason. Like, take the Dogs, for example. If you had their best half Burton and their forward leader, I don't know, say Kickout, suddenly out, yeah, it's going to be hard for them to compete as well. Well, they're a bit of a bad example because they literally have Galvin in halves depth. Say Melbourne suddenly lost Hughes and Stefano. That will be the half. 16 points to nil. NRL.com thinks that we're 25 seconds into the second half. I'm pretty confident that we're not. But anyway, the clock certainly thinks that we are. Yeah, it's happy with that. Okay. Well, I did say I'd go get Coco at halftime. Actually, I did say that. Okay, I'll go do that. I'll go do that. You see, this is where if I was real money hungry, I could just run ads all through halftime. But where's the fun in that? There you go. Now you can see Dog. Hey, Cox. How you going? Look, the people can see you. They all wanted to see you. They all did. Every single one of them wanted to see the little Coco. Okay, I hope you're all very happy. This is specifically for Dean for donating $8 earlier on. Would have felt very bad if he didn't get to see the dog after all. Exposing Leaguie Games has given me the link to the Bulldogs song. See, I don't know if I believe you lot anymore. Don't know if I believe you lot. I'm not a fan of the one that's literally just Who Let the Dogs Out, because there's a different song. There's a different song. Is that the right one? I think the one you sent me is the right one. Good. But Broncos are not out of this completely. That's the thing with the Bulldogs coming very close to scoring, but not necessarily scoring a lot. He's donated another $3. Thank you, Dean. Coco is indeed love. You are, aren't you, Cokes? She's confused as to why I keep saying her name and they're not doing anything. She's like, who are you talking to? Abdul says, I have a good idea for Twitch Channel Points Award. I could make it you play an ad. Well, just because you like watching ads that much. No, hey, hold up, man. The complete opposite is true. The complete opposite is true. I said that if I was money hungry, I'd play ads at halftime. Might need to next year. Got to pay the bills. But anyway. DT, careful, please don't spam. Lorenzo says the LRL, Lorenzonian Rugby League, now has 66 team roster with the new 8 teams yet to be announced. That's pretty good going, man. That's good going. Have you added in the Amsterdam Cobras? That's the key question. Best NRL content creator excluding yourself. Well, I don't think I am the best NRL content creator. I try my best. I mean, I grew up on Bloke in a Bar. I think that the stuff Danny Kemp does is awesome, and it is an absolute goal of mine to end up involved with that at some point. I don't necessarily agree completely with everything that gets said on it, but they don't all necessarily agree with each other either. It's and I think they stand for good things. So yeah, I would say them. DT, yeah, I'm familiar with all of those guys. In fact, Mr. Luke Sports DM'd me earlier today, saying that we should collab on my new gaming channel, and so we will 100%. Like I won't be able to make much like live collab gaming content of Rugby League 26 when it first comes out, but best believe like people like Galaxy Footy, people like Winston Neville, people like Mr. Luke Sports. Odd One X I've never interacted with, so I'm not sure, but I would reach out. All of them. Excuse me. Trademark Sports, that's another one. I would love to. So yeah. That one's I'd like. NRL Head says, why isn't Montoya on the Bulldogs signings? On what Bulldogs signings? Were they showing a graphic or something? Montoya is absolutely a Bulldog signing, even though he's returning to the club. Don't forget Insane. I came across his channel today and I was like, I don't know if I've ever seen this channel before. Genuinely, I'm not sure if I have. It just was never popped up in my recommended or anything. Maybe once or twice. It rung the faintest bell, but I was really surprised that someone with that many subscribers was just not not on my radar. It was the same with Odd One X a while back, but it's sort of the thing where like they don't brand themselves as like Rugby League. Like the name or the profile picture, they're not Rugby League things, so I guess like it's a little harder to notice. Yeah, Lendog, okay, bro. Okay, Ashley Klein gender change. Oh, no way.
There's got to be an investigation into this. Someone's got to be accountable for this.
There's got to be an investigation. There's got to be an investigation. Exposing the League says the League comments on Main Stallion claiming to be able to beat you in a 1v1 on the F1 game. Not the slightest doubt in my mind that he would whack me silly. He would drive rings around me. I really like F1. I'm very knowledgeable on it. I'm not great at the game. I'm not. I'm decent, but to be fair, I think Main Stallion is significantly above average. Me and him have just pause. In terms of ability at the F1 game. We've discussed it in the past, me and him. He's very, very good at it. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, Luella, I've seen it this time. I've seen it. Okay, I flew to Sydney for my holidays, as I usually do, and then drove out to Canberra the next morning. So a 3-hour drive to Canberra, and Toowoomba to Sydney flight is 1 hour 45 minutes. I read it that time. Hell yes. Yeah, it's a drive I'm very familiar with. I love the drive between Sydney and Canberra. It's very, very picturesque at different times. Hayden says, do you think Warriors will re-sign Chanel Harris-Tavita? He's off contract at the end of the year. I'd be surprised if they don't. Very surprised. I maybe don't expect that they'll keep Tanner Boyd. He's been rumored to be leaving at various different points. Unlikely that he will anytime soon now, given that Metcalf is injured, but maybe after the end of the year. Like, mad thoughts on arms. Overrated. Very overrated. That Dalgid just sleeping. She's straight up sleeping right now. Yeah, Main Stallion is correct. He did give me a bit of a Monaco tutorial. I cannot drive that track. As I say, I'm just not great at it. It's fun to do, but to be honest, I think there are other sports games that are significantly more fun. It doesn't necessarily translate into being very good. Hello. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. I've got to be quiet. I've got to be quiet.
No, you don't have to be quiet.
I'll be quieter.
Yes.
Quieter. Okay. Yes, it's not a game that necessarily translates into like great gaming experiences as of being entertaining. But it's not bad. It's not bad. I think watching the sport's more fun. So anyway. Yes, correct NRL head it was. Not correct Lorenzo. Not correct Lorenzo. Anyway. Who's your Warriors GOAT? We mentioned him earlier. Stacey Jones has to be. Very, very good player. And I think, unlike a lot of other legends from that time, like Fittler, Johns, Lockyer, I think Stacey Jones has really gone off the radar, at least in Australia, in terms of his name being just like a household part of rugby league conversation. He's not considered to be in that same vein, even though I think he's just as good. So, yeah. Lorenzo did not add the Amsterdam Cobras? You're breaking my heart. I'm devastated. I can't believe it. That's no. Oh, I'm so sad. DT, Sean Johnson is very, very good, but I think Sean Johnson would say that Stacey Jones is the best Warriors player. Simon Mannering is a decent shout as well, although I would have SJ above Mannering just slightly. Sporty Gus says, bring Coco into the stream. Brother, what do you think that is? It's not a pillow. That blue thing's a pillow. That brown and white thing ain't a pillow. To be fair, it maybe doesn't look completely like a dog either. But yeah. NRL Head says, League, go to NRL.com and check signings and go to Bulldogs and it doesn't have Marcelo there. Well, I'll take your word for it. That is weird. That is rather odd. But it's... NRL.com has its deficiencies at points. The NRL Casualty Award, oh my god. It is such a useless thing. I don't even know why they bother. It's so often out of date and inaccurate, and players just listed as being out indefinitely. Or anyway, yeah. What about the Beast Manu Vatove? Good shout as well, but I don't know about a winger being the best. Yeah. Main Stallions says, Leaguie, should I do Amsterdam Cobras but in F1? It's just like, it's the color scheme of Ferrari but with extra steps, basically. Tiger says, Leaguie, do you know Doc Hudson? Bro, Cars trivia? You know what? That'd be actually really fun. Ask me any Cars trivia question. Cars 1 or Cars 2. Cars 3, less so. But Cars 1 or Cars 2, I will get it. I will answer every single question you have. I'm an expert, brother. Expert. I grew up on that stuff. I grew up on it. Exposing League Games says, I would like to test your knowledge by asking you to name as many F1 champions as you can from 1950 to 2024 in chronological order. Well, chronological, I won't be able to. In terms of just naming champions in general, I could do quite a few of them. Who was the guy racing McQueen in Cars 1? Well, there's multiple of them. Chickakes, The King, they're the two main ones. Doc Hudson does. If you want me to just name F1 champions, Senna, Prost, Lauda, Hunt, Schumacher, Verstappen, Hamilton, Alonso, Stewart, I believe. We've got... freaking what's his name? Vettel. I can go. I can do it with the best of them. Believe me, Jensen Button, Nico Rosberg. I've got answers to give. Tiger says, "What number is Chick Hicks?" The answer is right underneath. I would have got that though. I would have got that. Prime Doc Hudson or Jackson Storm. Well, you've got to. I'm going to become Stephen A. Smith here. Stephen A. Smith, not H. You're talking prime Doc Hudson. You're talking a man who literally redefined the racing genre, who redefined what it meant to take control of the track, who with his completely unorthodox strategy of drift was able to dominate. You think a guy like Jackson Storm coming along, being around for 5 minutes, lives anywhere near up to that kind of legacy? Get out of here, brother. Get out of here. Sporty Guy, the best team song is the Raiders song, hands down. I've always said it. Best car potential. There's not really a funny answer I can give. I don't know. Meter. Zach says, do you think Dragons will win the comp within the next 5 to 10 years? No. I wouldn't say that that's a likely outcome. They can, but I wouldn't say that it's likely to happen. What number is the king? 42, I believe. I hope I've got that right. I can see it in my mind. 42. Chalmit, player of the match in Origin. That's a good shout. I certainly hope New South Wales are going to be the team to win it. I certainly hope they will. Lorenzo says best team song is the Rooster song, specifically the newer version. I prefer the older version. But don't know. Anyway. What number is Cruz from Cars 3? Also 95. Trick question. She takes McQueen's number at the end. Although, as I said, Cars 3 I don't know as much about. But anyway. Thoughts on BL Carlos Acutis? I don't know who that is. Nova, my favorite play-by-play commentator is Andrew Voss. I'm a big Vossi fan. Oh, mate, Mater's not a racer. It's very, very true. Very true. That's why he's got so much potential, because he could be in his heart if he wanted to be. My favorite NRL player is Connor Watson. There's the kickoff for the second half. Broncos, you would think, would need to be first to score if they have any hope of coming back into this. Any hope at all. Well, this is thoughts on me making a skateboard. Good luck. Hopefully you make that thing like structurally sound. Otherwise, it seems like a great way to injure yourself. If I made a skateboard for myself, I would not trust it. Not a chance. Not a chance. Tiger, look, the Roosters versus Tigers game would have been... I'd be a lot more comfortable if it wasn't Origin affected. It's rather even, I think. I'm expecting to win, certainly. Because I think our young forwards are very, very good. But if they don't aim up, it's going to be a really, really difficult one for us. Oh, Ryder. Okay, May Salian. You was there too. No, I've seen the memes. Then, dog, I see you. So Galvin in a dummy half. I kind of expected at some point, given how much we see the Bulldogs shift around their spine in recent games, that Burton might find himself back in at 5'8". Galvin potentially there at dummy half. Is he staying at dummy half? No, Marnie's still on the field. Zach, yeah, I don't mind the take of Ganane. Very different style, but I personally prefer Voss. I like them all though, no doubt about it. Dean says thoughts on Cars 4. Is there any even rumor of Cars 4 happening? Oh, there was no one at dummy half there. Marty was close to it there. Mam got it in the end. Yeah, Tyke, I agree completely. The Cars 3 plot, it was like we went on this entire arc, and in the end he couldn't do it anyway. So like the lesson was, no, when you are too old, give up. Basically. Landog says, maybe life is just to watch Leaguie and pretend to be noticed. Maybe not. Well, I'm sorry to have taken your life away from you because you don't need to pretend to be noticed anymore. Chelmit, possible kicker for Origin. Oh, they've kicked out on the full again. Kick out's hurt. Was it Reynolds again? It was. Jesus. If not Zach Lomax, I'd be giving it to Nathan Cleary. If he's still injured, then maybe Latrell, yeah. Oh, Dean's confirming Cars 4. Okay, cool. Hayden, yeah, look, saying the worst player of all time, it's not really my style. No need to do that. So Bulldogs with a good attacking opportunity here early in the second half. We'll see what they can do. Francesco Bernoulli number. I believe he was number 1. Would I say I'm that confident of that? I'm about 60, 70% confident of that. What position do you think Buzz Lightyear would play? Well, surely winger. He's got wings. Marnie dummies goes himself. Nathan Cleary to have a go with goal kicking in Origin 3? Wouldn't mind it. Penalty Dogs. Well, I'd be very tempted to take it to 18-0. I heard Cameron Munster say on the 167 podcast that the ball in Origin is smaller than the NRL ball, so that could well be the problem. Peter Brock number. Peter Brock? Is that a character? Maybe I'm not an expert. I thought Peter Brock's a NASCAR person. Tiger says Finn McMissile is a sick character. Give me a sec here. You mean that Finn McMissile? He's missing a wheel, unfortunately. But he's the GOAT. There's little cast figurines that you can see there. They're not actually mine. They're one of the Leaguies. But they just happen to live in my room. Burton gets the kick, easy as you like. 18 points to 0. He's looking good. He's looking good in this game. What position would Sheriff Woody play? He's a little bit more lanky. I don't think there's as much meat to the bones there. Maybe fullback. I wouldn't want him defending in the front line. Leaguie, do you think the Broncos could win? From this point, very hard to see. Very hard to see. Landog's just given up on life, and honestly, I don't know why. Gotta hold in. Gotta hold in. Which car was number 52 in cars? Leakless? Leakless? Which car's character attempted to unalive Car Pope? Is that law accurate? I'm pretty sure it's not. Jeez, more penalties given to the Dogs. It's just... It hasn't been happening all night for the poor old Broncos. Poor old Broncos. Sonny, I'm certainly hoping Nathan Cleary player of the match Origin 3. Would love to see it. It'd be great. Messi the best is, are you going to take down the Dom Young picture of the rooster? Like on my wall? He hasn't actually been on my wall for like a number of months. Just because I thought he was actually going to leave a lot sooner. So it's like I might as well. Luella says, could this game end to 0? It certainly could. Certainly could. They haven't looked likely. I would say I don't think it will, but it certainly could. Lane Dog, I hope you're doing well, brother. I hope you're doing well. So Sexton with the pass out to Galvin on the left, kicks in behind. Cleaned up well enough there by Dean Mariner. Done well. Done very well. Romy Toro says there's an actual car Pope. There is. I remember seeing him in cars too. So therefore, there was a car attempt on the life of a previous car Pope. Therefore, there's a car Jesus. Why was there necessarily an attempt on the life of a previous car Pope? There is definitely a car Jesus, though. That's certainly implied. I believe they called him Jeepsis, but I'm not completely sure. It's so hard when I think I've said something funny to not like smirk and be proud of myself on a live stream. Yeah, there was a cup hope. It was in Porto Corsa in Cars 2. Tiger, of course I'm very happy. Of course I am. How do cars reproduce? From the factory, bro. From the factory. Now, don't ask questions you don't want answers to. Hayward finds Curtis Moran, Titans bound. He knows he's going to have to play his heart out because of where he's going later. Marnie out now to Galvin. Short ball, Burton. Knocked on. 3 tries is just within touching distance of Brisbane. Touching distance is the right way to put it, actually. They are like just still in it. I think any more than this and they're suddenly not anymore. One moment. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm a little bit sick, so I'm just playing it safe. Dragons' next big signing. Well, I certainly hope they make a big signing soon. It feels like it's been some years. Very hard to say who becomes available, though. They should have the money, though, looking at their side, for someone to come in and do something. Oh, risky offload there, and Aituala finds the ground. Hello, Cobra. How you going? Oh, Galvin's found a little bit of space there, tackled by Xavier Willison. Hello, Len Dog's brother, Patty. Another penalty, Bulldogs. Let's look at the stats. I'm very curious to see what the stats are of this game so far in terms of the penalties that have gone either way. No? Why is that was weird. The stream froze. Team stats. So I'm looking for the penalties. It's 4-2. It feels like a bit more than that, actually. Does feel like more than that. But look at the difference in the number of tackles that they've been forced to make. That's big difference. Big difference. 38% kick defusal. Ooh-wee. The kick for the line. So good tackle there on Josh Curran. They forced him back a fair way. But they can't keep inviting the Bulldogs down their end and expect that this is going to turn around. That's the problem. Finds the ground there, Curtis Moran. I really rate Moran. I think it's unfortunate that he's been I don't know if pushed out's the right word, but there's not space for him at the Dogs, effectively. So now Lachlan Galvin with it. Out to Viliami, kick out. 1-on-1 with Reynolds. They do stop him eventually. Is there a car league? Well, there would have to be a car rugby league. I don't know how that would work. Oh, is that rule a knock on? I believe it is. Kick out, can't believe it. He's not going to challenge it, though. He's not going to challenge it. NRL says obviously was a terrible halftime talk. Look at Ricky pulling Reynolds back there. That was sort of funny. What will the next big NRL signing be? You take notes here, brother. It's going to sound left field, but I promise you, I assure you, fundamentally, this is going to happen. Arthur Beetson is going to come back from the dead and sign for the Redcliffe Dolphins, the team he used to play for in the Queensland competition. But now they're obviously in the NRL. And he gets to live out his dream of playing for Redcliffe in the top grade. You just wait. Like, it'll happen. Luella says, bro, Coco is dead back there. She just likes to sleep. She's a sleepy dog sometimes. She's active during the day. She sleeps during the night. She's very intelligent. So Broncos here on the second tackle. Reynolds at the back to Mam. Short ball. Oh, nearly through there, Piakura. Okay, this is the Broncos that I expected to show up today. They boo Mam hard. I was going to say, I haven't really heard them boo Mam much today. There we go. Reynolds will put a kick over on the fourth. Tracy's got it, but he's caught in goal. No, he gives it off to Enari Tawala, who can't get out anyway. Aftermilk says, I got work through the milk game tomorrow. I'm so annoyed. Damn. I take it you'll like try and watch it on replay afterwards. Zach says, I missed 2018 Dragons. That team could have made the grand final. Streets will not forget Gareth Widdop that season. Man, he was good. Crazy Footy asked earlier who my favorite F1 driver is. Look, it does have to be Oscar, but aside from like the obvious reasons that I love Charles Leclerc. Have Broncos got that? No, Bulldogs have got it. Jeez, I don't even know. Was it did Jacob Preston even jump there? It seemed like everyone else jumped except for him, and he's the one that ended up with it. So the clock just continues to tick down. Already over 12 minutes gone in this second half. Brisbane have to make something happen here. Oh, the timer is off center. What happened? I didn't change it. It was certainly not off center before. That's still not quite right. Oh. Oh, wait. Hang on. It's all messed up. Ah. There we go. What? My whole thing's messed up. Oh, there we go. Okay. But now I've moved the timer, so I need to move it back. Lol. Too many Leaguie logos. Too many of them. Dean and the Caffeine is subscribed in this moment of absolute chaos. That is, Dean roaming to Rome's other channel. 450 streams. I'm very, very happy for you, Dean. That's awesome. I hope it's like members of my community getting around and supporting you. That's very cool. As well as I want to say Claude Estella, Claude, sorry. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Appreciate it. So they kick it on the last hit, Brisbane. Good bounce for them. Oh, they're through. Ricky, he dies with it. Oh, it is 6 more. It's 6 more. Right, okay, here. Best opportunity for the Broncos all game. Mam over the top. Oh, sideline was beckoning there. They've done well. Now again. Still in. Jesus, Dogs nearly got it. There's so many Bulldogs caught up there. Surely there's got to be space around the other side. They won't find it though. Smart Guy says, I think I'm legitimately going to watch less Rugby League when you're not streaming. I have made the Rugby League contingent on me. There were numbers out there if Cobbo had kept going through the hands. Kick. Hayward's got it. Yeah, great work, Bailey Hayward. Great work. Oh, they've gone for it. Tuala's got space in front of him. Finds the ground well. Tiger says, what about Jean-Claude Bittard? What about Jean-Claude Bittard? Loella says, what should I add to my board? Like a visual board? A board of directors? A soundboard? Dog, if you mean me, of course I have interest in you. Of course I do. I'm just, I'm trying to make sure I read as many people as I possibly can. Yeah, so, C Phantom saying, what about my goat Matt Bowen? I think this is for the Legends video. This all depends on how many Legends they have. I would love for them to have heaps and heaps and heaps and as many as possible. But sort of as well, to some extent, the fewer they have, the cooler it is to have one. I think Matt Burton only really gets there when it's... if they were going to have 30 or something. There's just so many guys in Rugby League history who deserve it. So... someone said, why Crazy Fleece says, why is there a stream delay? I can see a few dropped frames, but nothing too significant, so it could be on your end. Bulldogs get it back here again. It's just not happening for the Broncos. It must be so frustrating for a Broncos fan to be watching this. It's when it's not your day, it's not your day. The bounce of the ball really going Bulldogs' way. For sure, 23.5 minutes to go. Luella says, Leaguie has a short-term memory loss. My skateboard. Do you remember? I do remember. I just haven't heard of a skateboard referred to as a board. Maybe I have. It's just not the first thing that came to mind. You should obviously put just Leaguie logos. I'll send you the PNG if you want. What about Benny Elias? Again, good shout. Equally as good a shout as Danny Badiris, as Robbie Farah. There's a lot of well, maybe Elias above Farah, but Danny Badiris is a good shout. There's so many that there could be, and by the time you have all those guys plus like Cameron Smith and all that, that's 4 hookers already. How many legends are you gonna have? That's a lot of hookers to have. So yeah. Zach, I said at the beginning, caveat, I think they'll focus on modern legends. I said that. Getting more booing as well. Yeah, it's getting big. On the third, they kick it. There's space out there. That's over the sideline. Yeah, it's over the sideline. It's just not happening. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over, but they're trying, and it's just the same outcome again and again. Well, they have heroes. I don't know the extent to which it's going to be exactly the same as FIFA Ultimate Team. Partly because they've said so little about it. But I've just heard that this Pro Teams mode is pretty much analogous to EAFC's Ultimate Team. Where was Mal Meninga in the Legends? Literally, same thing, people. Just because a guy is not included in that video, which had just the 10 legends I'd be very excited to use if they were to be there. Just because a player's not in there doesn't mean I don't think they should be a legend. In fact, I've actually said in the comment sections that I think Mal Meninga will be one. Alright, Lorenzo, I like those expansion teams. Those are good. Those are good. It was the same thing with the like the player ratings video. I knew that this would happen. So many people are like, where's this guy? Where's that guy? Like, I can only have 25. You get the concept of the video, yeah? Like, you have to get rid of someone to add someone else in. That's kind of the whole challenge of it. So, Nathan Cleary is a modern day legend. He absolutely is. Yeah. Hayden, I don't know if SJ will be a legend. Maybe, but it's like... I know he's rated really highly and he was a very good player. But he didn't win a premiership. He made a grand final with the Warriors. Should have won a Dally M. To be fair, neither did Stacey Jones, actually. So, again, it's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. Zach said, did Josh Adokar step out? Is this a recent thing? Or was this like Origin back in the day? I'm remembering something. Yeah, Benji again, but okay, are you gonna have both Benji and SJ and Stacey Jones? You got to be selective. Stags has got space here. Tracy's in front of him. They go back to Dean Mariner, and he didn't think at all to pass back to Stags. So Broncos have a chance here, good chance. There's space out to the left here. They keep it through the hands. Boos ring out for Ezra. Gets the pass out. Oh, there's a lot of space in front of Karapani. He's going to get there. Karapani's got there straight away from Connor Tracy. That's not the right thing. It's not worked. It's not worked at all. There's the correct animation. Out of nothing. They needed something to work, and that was it. Out of absolutely nothing, Stag streaks away down the field. They know that there's going to be space out wide there. They find space through Karapani, and he was one-on-one with Connor Tracy, and it's fair enough. Tracy had a lot of ground to cover there. Just managed to get around him. In the Dragons versus Eels game. To be honest, I can't remember exactly, Zach. Can't make a call on that exact play. Are you clutch, Reno? A very good chance for me to use that. He will have to be. I would think that they can't really afford to not be converting these tries. Hayden, the Pro Teams mode is something I'm very excited about, but I've always been a career mode person. Yeah, have we seen Try July stuff, really? In this game? Come on, boys, get around it. Get around it.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Container, firstly. Shoelace. Shoelace Renault. A clutch. A clutch.
Is he clutch? Is he clutch, people? Adam Reynolds. Most points by a player at Core Stadium. That's very cool. Here we go. Hits it. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. He's hit that very, very well. There's 12 points in it with 18 minutes to go. There's time. There is heaps of time for them. Heaps of time. Leaguie, can we get a face reveal? Okay. This is my real face. It is. This is what I actually look like in real life. What you normally see is completely different. See, now I'll put my mask back on. Zach says, try July is the greatest month of footy, not including finals. It's certainly fun when the players actually do it. I mean, maybe they're just not aware, but like morally speaking, you can donate $5,000 to charity. You just need to do a little dance. That is an objectively, like, obviously morally correct thing to do. They're just maybe not thinking about it. Can we get a voice reveal? That's my real voice. So Walters gives the ball out to Reynolds. All back inside. Finds Cobbo. That's forward. 6 more. Oh, that's not the right call. That's not the right call. Cobbo threw that ball forward. Well, it makes up for earlier when was it a Broncos player was ruled to have been in touch when he wasn't actually? Or was it the other way around? Christian Tuipulotu will carry try July. I hope he gets tries, because yes, he'd get around it, certainly. Short ball, Reynolds. Oh, Willison was through. Great tackle there. Sexton and Tracy. Great work. Now, man, booed again. Thank you, Lendog. Hopefully the hairline's solid enough. That's not going to go dead. Yeah, Karen's done well to clean that up. Dogs under siege here. Under siege. George says, can you explain why the player says easy clutch? Well, he says, are you clutch? It's a soundbite of West Tigers player Adam Dewey shouting out at Adam Reynolds, trying to distract him while he was taking an important goal kick. Tapped back by the Dogs, and it broke the plane. Geez, that was a close one. But they've got that. Okay, so that's a big play. They need to get out of their own end here. The work is not done, but big moments. Thank you, Crazy Footy. I appreciate you doing that. Terrell May should do a backflip for try July. Oh yeah, I forgot to update the scoreboard. That's true. Tiger Walker gets his water. Can Terrell May do backflips? I know Blake Ferguson could. That's the most recent. Oh no, Walsh can. Knock on Dogs. Might they challenge here? They're looking at each other. They're not going to challenge. No, they are going to challenge. I thought the time might have elapsed. Warriors, you won't like my answer to this, but no, I think with the injuries, it's very, very difficult to see Warriors making the grand final at this point. Understandably. So they've lost that challenge. Look, there's only 15 minutes to go. I don't mind them having a go. It's a very important moment of the game. Broncos get a try here. Holy, we have a hot last 15 minutes. Okay, Tiger, I'm happy with that. Stay hydrated, people. Remember to do that. It's very, very important. Now, the best try July thing I've seen personally. Well, actually, the best one's probably the Canberra Raiders with the man-cad that they did on Elliot Whitehead that Piers Morgan reacted to. That was funny as hell. But I liked Josh Morris doing the Macarena as well. Iconic. Zach says Ronaldo or Messi. I've watched very little of either, despite the fact that I actively follow soccer or football. I watch very little of it, but I would say Messi, I think, is slightly more talented. EB says Leaguie is Josh Schuster underneath. That's the real random comment. Why Schuster? So now Reynolds with the ball out to Ezra Mam. Short ball. Oh, they're through. Oh, Deloise Hoyter. Deloise Hoyter. Lock up your Deuter, it's Deloise Hoyter. The score is 18 points to 10. Reynolds will kick to get them within one score. That's a great line of commentary. Lock up your Deuter, it's Deloise Hoyter. We've got a great finish here. I think Cooper Cronk lost his voice. Brisbane Broncos score try. It's true, Brisbane Broncos do score try. They've woken up here, the Broncos. They've remembered how to attack. It was a very good pass, Ezra Mam, over the face of Brendan Piakura, and Hoyter just got away from Bronson Sherry there. Zach says... I'll of course play that, maybe if the Broncos get a comeback. Oh, Madge is into it. Madge is into it. Get into it, Madge. Get into it, Madge. All right, Redo. Reload it.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Container, firstly. Shoelace. Shoelace, Renault. Hey, clutch. Hey, clutch.
Ooh, he ain't clutch. He ain't clutch. He ain't clutch. Hey, this is well and truly alive still. They'll just still need 2 scores. They've got the time for it. They've got time for it. Larissa says, do you want KFC? I'll bring you some if you want. If you do want KFC, tell me what you want, and I'll get it for you. Could you get me, like, literally 1 piece of popcorn chicken? Like, just 1. I would like to have it. I'd like to have the taste, but I don't want to eat a lot of it. So just 1, and bring it to me. Lola says, I'll bring it. I'm nearby. I doubt that. I somehow doubt that. EB says, how is future Dolphin Selwyn Cobbo going? Watch the highlights of the Matt Burton try earlier in this game. Walters is through. He's got support. He finds support. Oh, big hit there from Connor Tracy over the top. Jeez, the Broncos are having a party right now. They're flying. Reynolds, feeling optimistic, puts a kick. Tuala's got it. He had no idea where that ball was, an arrow Tuala. Risky play on the second. And it has not paid off. Now, Lorenzo, no sauce, just completely raw. Just, I mean, cooked chicken, but just like straight dry. Just, you know, munch it, see how it goes. I appreciate it, though. Lendog says, ask Reactbot what he thinks about Broncos try celebrations. Reactbot, I think the Broncos try celebrations have been pretty poor.
That's as clean as a conversion attempt from the sideline.
If it's an Adam Reynolds conversion attempt, then that's actually not saying very much. Is that Jack Todd? Is that Jack Todd on the field? Have we lost commentary? I can't hear them talking. Oh, no. Now I can hear them talking. Did you see Dragons sign some Burton kid? I have not seen them sign anyone called Burton. Dean says, ask Coco about who's a good girl. She's sleeping. I don't want to wake her up. I don't want to wake her up. Gotta be quiet. Lendog, that is some correct family law. I'm just checking my own geographical knowledge here. Yeah, the Mauritius is not in the Mediterranean. It's off Africa. Oh, what a pass. Karapani, back inside. Jeez, that was a beautiful little pass, though. Beautiful little pass. Do you know Tiger Walker's real name? Yes, I do. It's Connor Galloway. Zach says, do you reckon there'll be a send-off this year or no? I don't think we tend to have a sin bin every year, so no. Crazy Footy, definitely Payne Haas. Love a bit of Payne Haas. Oh, we've got an error here. Willison's getting into it with Jordan Ricky. They're all getting into it. 10 minutes to go. 8 points the margin. 8 points the margin. It was Jack Todd with the knock on. Yeah, ball just comes free there. Yeah, there we go, Lorenzo. Yeah, well, I wanted to check because I was like, if I say it's not in the Mediterranean and then it is, that's really, really embarrassing. It becomes a penalty for a shot clock violation. Jeez. Kicks well for the sideline. That's a fair bit of distance. And they're going to start this set with 30 out from the Dogs' line. Rugby league. Rugby league, man. I feel I didn't get enough credit from you guys for lock up your Deuter at Stella Louise Hoyser. I don't know, maybe tough crowd. Could be. We don't know. Reynolds inside. Crazy says, my post has got 67 views. You made 67 people see that they should come over here. I appreciate that. Oh my god, they're through. The comeback is so real. It's so real. Brisbane Broncos, man. They're still... Reno had to be clutch. They'd have been level. They'd have been level. Woohoo. Wowzers. Tiger says Leaguie looks less chubby with less hair. I'm inclined to agree, and it doesn't really make sense because I would have thought that with short hair, a greater proportion of my head is my face. But that is the way it works. It makes me look a bit more like kind of square. I'd be really surprised at this with the Broncos. Canterbury should have put more points on the board. That is, given the advantages that they've had in this game, their execution should have been better. But it's just a barrage right now. They still won't be able to obviously take the lead here. But Reynolds has a 2-point field goal in him, for sure. This is a finish and a half. George says, do you think they will come back? I think I can see it happening at this point. I kind of hope they don't. I'm sort of going for the Dogs in this one from a Roosters fan's perspective. Jesus, what a finish we've got here. Hayden says, I smell golden point. NRL Head says, you should buzz. I'm so not buzz cutting. Not a chance. Not a chance. George says, do you think they will come back? Did I just answer that? I can't remember. I mean, I could kind of visualize it. Yeah. Okay, Lentalk, I see you. Nice kick there from Reynolds. So inside 8 minutes to go. What do you got, Brisbane? The timer on my screen is just ticking away. It's now well ahead of what I'm watching. It's because it's NRL.com and it's not the best. It's not the most reliable. I think Raiders will win by more than 26-20 tomorrow. I think it'll be pretty confident. Okay. What can you do, Brisbane? It's not must score situation yet, but there's not a lot of time on the clock. If they get into a set for set here, the time's going to go quickly. Whenever Reed Marnie's in the tackle, I keep thinking that I see the ball popping free. No, it's just his white headgear. Good catch, Reynolds. That was well out ahead of him. Cobbo now with a run. There's space out there. Staggs is in some space here. Galvin's chasing him. Galvin won't have the speed. They chip over the top. Oh, what's the ruling? I think it's off the Broncos. Jeez, they asked a question though. Holy. Reynolds is appealing the call, but they used up their challenge early. Katoni puts the kick over. Oh, it's Connor Tracy. Pushes him down. Ganane's calling it a sin bin. Oh, the controversy continues. Oh, but Broncos still have it. Okay, it's so not over. Massive set here. Huge. Walters gives it out to Reynolds here. Out the back to Mam. Oh, juggled it. Through the middle. They've got it. They've got it. You've got to be joking. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. I can't be too loud. I'm trying to be quiet here. Wow. This side have played 20 minutes of footy in this game. 20 minutes of footy in this game. How are they leading? There's a huge gap there. How is a hole like that left? And Mam did very, very well to find it. Very, very well to find it. Wowzers. Short ball was, yeah, and Piakora just knew he had to pin the ears back. That's incredible. Larry, this is, can they build the Bulldogs twice in a season? Yes, it really didn't look like they were going to. The Bulldogs have switched off. And for the, in my video where I gave every team like a ranking, a grade, I know this is an Origin affected game, again, for the Dogs, but it's an Origin affected game for Brisbane as well. It's moments like this where I kind of question the steely resolve that Canterbury have. And I know we're maybe just used to Penrith, which is, yeah, they're pretty incredible, and those standards. But I have a couple of little concerns with Canterbury. They could still win this. Reynolds kicks it. They're going to need to try to do it. Nelson James followed earlier on Twitch, and so does Yaswin just there. Thank you very much. So there's 4 points in it. You'd think Dogs will kick short. When was the last time the Bulldogs scored in this game? The 32nd minute. The 32nd minute. It's been a 22-2 half. Raiders fans get loud. Yeah, you should be very, very happy. Crazy says, it's the 2023 grand final all over again. Well, it's very much the other way around. I can think of that notable difference. They've got it, the Broncos. They've got it, the Broncos. So now the short kickoff becomes, well, suddenly you've given Broncos decent field position here. Lendog says this game has felt like there was not much footy played. It's a weird one. It's certainly a weird one. The Broncos certainly didn't play a lot of footy until the last 20 minutes. Reakbar, I think the Broncos might be the greatest team of all time.
This take is more cooked than a Cowboys away game.
What's so cooked about a Cowboys away game? Anyway. Man puts a kick in. It's angled towards the sideline. Is he going to dribble over? No, it's not. So they're pinned down their own end here. Canterbury, very, very good play there from Brisbane. Good kick. Very good kick. Montoya hits it up. So now I need to get the, I had the Canterbury song ready. I've got to get the Broncos song ready. We're the Broncos, the mighty Broncos. Oh, but there's also Let's Go Broncos. I don't know which one is the right one. I think Broncos, the mighty Broncos. Oh. So on the 5th, there's only 3 minutes to go. They might only get one more set here, the Dogs. And they're inside their 30. They're going to run it. They are going to run it. Lachlan Galvin gives it out to Sherry here. There's space. Montoya's in space here. Oh, kicks it. They're all offside. Back in field, though. It's not a bad result. It's not a bad result. It's probably further than if they'd given it a kick. Or at least the same. Where the Broncos is the correct one. Well, I don't actually know what I'm clicking on just beforehand because I can't listen to it before. So it will be luck of the draw. We'll see. I like the where the Broncos, the mighty Broncos. That's a nice one. If someone wants to send me a link to that, someone who's maybe not Tiger Walker because I don't know if I trust him anymore. 8-point field goal coming up. I doubt it. Pass back from Man to his second rower, Piakura. Now on the 5th, they kick from inside their own half. Bulldogs are going to have one set here. One set. Tracy doesn't do the massive pass across field. That was probably going to be intercepted when he's dumped hard. Marnie. Give it to Bronson Sherry. Crabs back to the other side of the field here. Is he going to keep it going through the hands? He doesn't. The rushing defense of Tony Staggs gets him. Galvin gives it to Kickout now. They're not really going anywhere here. Good offload, though. They'll go back the other way. Sexton will have to go himself. The Russian defense there on the outside did well. Thank you, Tyler. Marty gives it out to Preston. Oh, good tackle, and it's come free. It's come free. That could be the game. I think that's the game. Wow. It's a famous Broncos win. It's a famous Broncos win. Was it NRL Head who said the halftime team talk clearly wasn't very good? I think it might have been, brother. I think it might have been. Damn. "46 seconds left." Yeah, Dogs aren't going to get possession back here. So Canberra, you would think, will I mean, they'll be in first pretty much regardless, assuming they don't have a 12-point loss. Wow. 37 seconds to go. Huge. Huge. Still no yellow line, though, unfortunately. I think we're back. I think we're back. Are we back? I think we're back. Oh my god. I don't know what happened. It just, like, suddenly I looked down at my laptop and I had absolutely nothing left. No internet on there. It's okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. Lost all the Twitch viewers. 0 viewers left. Oh, because the stream... Yeah, okay, no, it ended. That's fair. That's fair. It's okay, we're still going on YouTube. Damn. Okay. What the hell happened? What the hell happened? I'm so sorry, Bulldogs fans. But you gotta play 80 minutes. Although, actually, to be fair, Broncos didn't. Broncos really didn't. But Broncos got away with one here. If you want to expect to win games in the NRL, you need to play 80 minutes, and Dogs did not. That is incredible. Their comeback at the end of that game. I'm just hearing what Grant Galazender said. I'm going to do the maths myself. Their first try was in the 60th minute. As I said, they played 20 minutes of footy. They played 20 minutes of footy. It was 4 tries in 13 minutes. Insane. Insane. Anyway. I will leave it there. Thank you guys all for being here. Don't worry, I will be back. I promise. Especially, at the back end of the year, heading into finals, I will be streaming heaps. Particularly gaming as well. I'm going to actually come up with like a proper schedule for the Leaguie game streams, which will take place on the Leaguie Games YouTube channel and also on Twitch. So yeah, absolutely stay tuned for those. But until then, I'll be uploading content still while I'm overseas. So don't worry, I'll be working on things. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you all for hanging out. I do very much appreciate it. And I will talk to you all later. See you guys.